I grew up with Jag in Philly, living most of my life on the Italian market. And the job is to keep Jaguar alive as long as possible, by any means possible, because the people that want to take her down happen to have a lot of power.
So if y'all thought that Jaguar Wright's troubles were over after her recent arrest, think again, because her guard spilled the tea, and it's far from over. Apparently there are people out here not just after her freedom, but her life too. They're not happy to see her spilling all this hot tea. And get this, there's even video proof of her narrowly escaping an attack from a hitman that was allegedly sent after her by none other than Jay-Z. Hold on to your seats, folks, because this drama is about to get started.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it.
I know that it's kind of wild that someone might want to take Jaguar out, but if we're being fair, it's not exactly a shocker to imagine celebs putting out a hit on Jaguar, given her knack with starting up trouble with some big names in the industry. Fans have been predicting this for a minute now, speculating that sooner or later, she'd ruffle enough feathers to face serious backlash and get in some serious trouble. We figured lawsuits might come first, but according to her bodyguard, the celebrity in question is allegedly Jay-Z, Mr. H to the Izzo V to the Izzy himself. He allegedly jumped to straight more drastic measures and tried to unalive Jaguar. Now, considering the A-listers that Jaguar has called out in the past, none of this should really catch us off guard. Remember how she was one of the first to shine the light on Diddy's controversial actions, from his treatment of women and how he exploited young rappers? Yeah, I mean, she was one of the first to do it, and it was a mess. Well, Jaguar also dug into Jay-Z's tangled web of connections with some of the industry's shadiest characters. Remember his early ties with Mr. R. Kelly, the Pied Piper? Well, Jaguar made waves by suggesting Jay-Z might have known about R. Kelly's misconduct way before the rest of us did, but turned a blind eye. And let's not forget the whole mess with R. Kelly forging documents to marry Aaliyah when she was barely 15 and he was pushing 30. But despite all that drama, Jay-Z didn't exactly rush to distance himself from R. Kelly, and he continued to refer to R. Kelly as his bro.
He was working with R. Kelly and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all of those records together. They both fucked Aaliyah. They shared so much in common. You know? And then there was a falling out. And that's like it never happened. Whoever talks about best of the both worlds, best of both worlds. Nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about this shit.
Nobody talks about that project.
That nigga swept that smooth under the rug.
Why?
Well, this was the moment Jaguar spilled all the tea on Jay-Z, and according to her, if we thought that Diddy was controversial, Jay-Z was supposedly 10 times worse.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This pussy been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 fucking years. He's fucking worse.
Jaguar also dished out on Jay-Z's shady business moves, like when he allegedly sold Rockefeller Records right from underneath his partner, Dame Dash. And here's the kicker, Aaliyah reportedly had a thing for Dame and ended up dating him instead of Jay-Z, who had his sights set on her too.
I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. Like, I don't give a fuck if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did it, it's malicious. But maybe that was because he was fucking the girl that didn't want you.
Oh.
But there's even more, y'all. In a recent interview, Jaguar made some jaw-dropping claims, suggesting that Jay-Z allegedly brought Rihanna over from Barbados to the US and, well, shared her around when she was just a teenager.
Who discovered Rihanna at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel on the island where she comes from with no parental supervision. And then she was put on a private plane, a minor, from one country to another without parental supervision. And she ended up in a boardroom with Mr. Carter without parental supervision. Y'all got young children. Would you just let your daughter leave and go to a whole other country with some motherfucking niggas you don't know?
Absolutely not.
Doing talent shows at 3 a.m.
So you're saying that the rumors are true. There are rumors circulating that Rihanna was actually trafficked here. Are you saying that
Starting to
that's...
sound that way. Because her daddy ain't show up till 24 hours later to pick up a $500,000 check for his daughter's ass. Maybe we should look more into that album, Auntie. That album cover was disturbing. A child bride with a crown over her head and blood smeared on her face. I don't know. How don't people see SOSs anymore?
Now listen, all this is not verified as of yet, but these allegations are hard to beat. It does fit with what we've heard about Rihanna's early days with Jay-Z, which have always had a bit of a shady vibe. At just 16, Rihanna flew from Barbados to the US to audition for Jay-Z and L.A. Reid. She impressed them so much that L.A. Reid insisted Jay-Z sign her on the spot, seeing her star potential. The story has often been spun as a heartwarming tale of Jay-Z recognizing Rihanna's talent and making a late-night pitch for her to sign. But the reality, according to Rihanna, it was far from sweet. It's alleged that Jay-Z threatened her, even threatened to throw her out of his 27th floor office window if she didn't ink that 6-album deal with Def Jam.
So nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming. We had everything a cappella for him? Yes, I had to sing. I sang Fun Replay. I sang another ballad for the album last time. So then what did he say to you? He said something to you. Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there's this sudden feel of relief. But then he said something about a window and a door. Oh, then he said, you did it whole I did a lot of homework on you this lady. He said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor. So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing. Yeah. And I'm sure working with Jay-Z, you've met Beyonce. That's right.
Now, Rihanna tried to brush it off with a little laugh, but you could sense it was strange. Imagine just being 16 in a foreign country with no family nearby, from Barbados, and completely relying on Jay-Z's decisions. So allegedly, she reluctantly agreed to that 6-album contract with Def Jam, tying herself down for the long haul. But to add more intrigue, Jay-Z had her sign it right then and there. No lawyer of her own to review it. And everybody knows you need a lawyer to cover your own back with paperwork, especially deals like this. No wonder Rihanna was scrambling to break free from that deal. She turned out 8 albums in quick succession and then disappeared for 8 years. But who could blame her? It's kind of a shady situation with anyone wanting to escape. Well, Jaguar also made the bold claim about how Jay-Z reportedly paid Rihanna's dad $500,000. And guess what? Rihanna isn't the only one tangled up in this drama. Jaguar Wright also came forward, claiming she's one of Jay-Z's victims. Back when she was singing backup for him, she alleges Jay-Z got physically violent with her, leaving her roughed up. But wait, there's even more, y'all. She even showed scars from when she claims he came at her with a box cutter.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it.
So there's been so many people on the internet trying to figure out where you are. They're watching you. They're doing all types of stuff trying to figure you out.
You want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I'll tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. That Cassie shit, that's nothing.
So are you trying to say like Jay-Z put hands on you?
I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy.
Jaguar insists Jay-Z was out to get her, and honestly, I can see why she would feel that way. I mean, wielding a box cutter? If that's true, that is not just shady, it's downright calculated, and fits right into what her bodyguard mentioned about celebs targeting her. Well, it looks like Jay-Z might be at the top of that suspect list, and it gets even spicier because a few days before she was arrested, Jaguar revealed that she was sitting on some old footage of Jay-Z cutting up and throwing his weight around, and allegedly intimidating people into silence by boasting about his past. She's even hinted she's ready to drop these bombshells and bring Jay-Z down once and for all.
And I told you I would. And I'm gonna keep my word. You're gonna pay me in full. I got your boy Diddy by the nuts. How long you think before I'll have yours right here in mine?
Just a few days after spilling all that tea, Jaguar got arrested by the cops on some sketchy charges. Talk about suspicious timing. It's enough to make anyone raise an eyebrow. But to be fair to Jay-Z, he's not the only celeb who might have had a bone to pick with Jaguar, because Jaguar has managed to rack up quite the list of celebrity enemies. I mean, the day after she dropped these bombs about Jay-Z, she hopped on Armand Wiggins' show where she made some even wilder claims, like how she supposedly saw a tape of Megan going down on Nicki Minaj, if you know what I mean.
I'm just saying, like, she done that.
Jag, you throw out a lot of accusations.
What did Nicki say? Nicki said what?
Not Megan ate her pussy.
She did, though. She ate the box.
And you done had me say the P word. I told you not to say it. Because you doing too much.
I did.
No, you did not.
You want to know who showed it to me?
Send me the tape.
I can't, but I can tell you who got it.
Well, just days after,
Do you want to know who got it?
Right now.
Do you want to know who got it?
Charge. When she
Nosy
was arrested for theft of property
Alive
worth more than or
has the
equal to
videotape
$30,000
of Megan
or
Thee
less than
Stallion going down on
$150,000.
Onika.
Well, Jaguar denied these allegations, of course, crying foul play and accusing Hollywood bigwigs, especially Jay-Z, of trying to shut her up for good. And now her guards are dropping bombs that this might be more than just legal drama, that there's allegedly a sinister plot to take her out for good and permanently.
Reintroduce yourself. Let them know where you're from.
My name is Angelo, and I am Jaguar Wright's manager, friend, charge of security. I grew up with Jag in Philly, living most of my life on the Italian market, and the job is to keep Jaguar alive as long as possible, by any means possible, because the people that want to take her down happen to have a lot of power. And that's pretty sad.
Wow. So, in other words, you're Jaguar Wright's muscle, if need be.
I'm Jaguar Wright's everything,
There you
if
go,
she needs
everything,
it to be.
He also had some interesting things to say about Jaguar's ops.
What are your thoughts on him today with all the Diddy rumors with Puff Daddy? And
Well, you know that 99 people can't be wrong and Diddy's right, so you know it's him. And you guys can't be naive to the fact that this stuff happened. That's why I say you're not going to see anybody refute anything I say. You're also not going to see anybody refute anything that Jaguar says. The thing that scares people is that they know that we're telling the truth. Why hasn't anybody spoken out to say that Jaguar is wrong?
He then claimed that some celebs allegedly tried to bribe Jaguar to keep her mouth shut and stop spilling all this tea, but she refused.
She's not taking any money from Jay-Z. She's not taking any Diddy's money. Matter of fact, she don't even have to speak out against them too. There's 20 people online today talking about it. Kanye West, 50 Cent, the driver in our Uber today.
Now, her guard didn't hold back, and he claimed that he's got footage of a hitman supposedly trying to take out Jaguar Wright, and she barely made it out alive. Y'all, this girl is living life on the edge, and according to him, she's got to watch her back 24/7 because allegedly, Jay-Z has a whole crew of people gunning for her. Well, fans, of course, are shook by these revelations, and they've been commenting, "This is the face of a man who is putting his life on the line to keep Jaguar Wright safe as long as possible. Man, ninjas may be gangsta, but they got no loyalty to their own kind, especially to the queen of truth. Mad respect." I knew it, because if she wasn't protected, they would have already taken her out already. She's exposed too many people. God bless her. And if Jaguar Wright is being protected like this, it means she knows too much, and this man should be appreciated. Yeah, looks like they are coming for Jaguar and coming for her where it hurts, her freedom. But I want to know what y'all think about this. Drop your thoughts and comments below and then check out this next video.